Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Critical Reactions with your host, Bryan. Today we are going to continue on with Instrumental Week with one of the most requested I don't really know. This is going to take up the whole page. There's so many of these. Let's try to get through this. We got Logan Bailey, Amber Nalim Hazarika. Sorry if I butchered that. JLMSO 11568, JBow 2114, Run Kamul, Gangjang Gangjang. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. Oh my god, that one is so difficult for me to. When I was looking at it, I was like, I'm never gonna get this one right. Ciaran plays games, or Chiaran plays games. Crunchy Boy, Bees Are Yummy, Tundra L5Z, Wirewolf 666, Juan Pabunan, Ascend Jay-Z, Get Me Out of Here, Yakuzi, Alexi Fugate, Nominerd 25, Flying Green Serpent Viper, Curb Stomp with an I instead of a U. Interesting. Stoner Hub, Nehemias Gonzalez, and Steven Gutierrez. I'm sorry if I messed up any of those, but this is just, there's so many of you guys, and you all have some interesting names. Some of them obviously made up internet handles. Some of them are possibly real names. It's your birth name, your real life name. So just a lot of cool stuff going on in the names. But yeah, so we have Plini, and also I'm noticing a lot of these that are recommending Plini are also recommended Chan. They're kind of like, they go together, interestingly. So yeah, if I like this, I think I'm going to be interested to do Chan. Let me pull that out of the way now. So there's a lot of song requests, but the most popular seems to be Electric Sunrise. And that's what we're going to be doing today. Where is my video? All right, here we go. Electric Sunrise by Plini. Let's see what they're going to bring to the table. This is, like I said, this is one of the more popular requests. I'm really interested to see why y'all think I should be checking this one out. Got like a 7/8 thing going on here. Hmm, 9/8. Alright, never mind. I've lost it. I thought I had it. I think it is a 7/8. Ooh. Very majestic and powerful. Yeah. Those palm tremolos. Interesting use of space here. Nice dichotomy of the aggressive distortion versus the cleans. Interesting rhythmic ideas going on. Really digging the palming to create this staccato feel going on in all these rhythms. I like that little musical line. Do 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 do. Yeah. Yeah, that's jazzy. Really digging these chords too. This song's got a lot of character, sorry. I wonder if the opening was alternating 7/8/9/8, which is actually a 4/4, and they were just using weird syncopations. Yeah. Really weird rhythms in that foundation. Like using dotted quarters all throughout against the eighths in the lead. Eighth or sixth, probably 16ths. Yeah, yeah. And I love the idea of the electric sunrise. Uh, let's get this guy out of the way. So yeah, with the sunrise, you have the sun rises over the horizon, and you have the like the glory of the sun rising. You have all the majestic colors, and you got your oranges and maybe even some pinks and some yellows. Um, just really beautiful stuff when the sun rises, and it's this like peeking out. It's this vibrance that is combating the night, and it's for the most part it's pretty explosive. You have night, and it's almost pitch black, but as soon as that sun kind of crests, you get this explosion of color on the horizon. You get this explosion of light, and you can really hear that in the beginning of this track, when the song opens up right after the outro. I mean, geez, right after the intro, where you have all these like little desperate parts. It's kind of like the rays peeking out over the sunrise. Over the horizon, and then when the electric guitar comes in, just kind of smashes on that beat one of when it comes in, and then you have this explosion of sound and power and majesty. The guitar is just doing these crazy sweeps, and I'm going to assume tapping. It's a really clean melodic idea going on, and it's that point when the sun has actually like peeked over the horizon, and you get that explosion of light. And yeah, that's kind of the idea I get. And the ending, I don't know if it's kind of up for interpretation, but the ending to me is kind of like a sunset. There's actually another huge explosion of melodic ideas, but I kind of felt a theme using some of the ideas from the beginning of the sunrise, the peaking part at the end of the song before it started to do the fade out. And to me, that would be the sunset, which is another beautiful part of the sun's journey, its daily journey. A lot of people like to take pictures of sunrises or sunsets. They're also deemed as a beautiful part of the day. Nobody really takes a picture of the sun at high noon. It's kind of the sunrise and the sunset, which are the two uh, cornerstones of the day as far as, beauty and nature kind of thing. And I think the ending was just as majestic as the beginning, with the bits in the middle being more. They were not less spectacular musically, but they were a bit more mundane. A lot of the cool things that were going on in the foundation of the song, the background guitars, um, they kind of were relegated to more, just kind of raw power. I mentioned that dotted quarter note beat where it's like boom, 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 kind of getting that just like heartbeat, this just heavy footstep kind of heartbeat. That could be just the sun beating down. And that would be between the two high points of the sun's journey, which would be the sunrise and the sunset. And I mean, yeah, it's just they perfectly put into music the sun's daily journey, and that's just amazing. That I listen to the song and that's what I see. You can't. That's just raw talent. You can't do that by. I mean, you could do that by accident. The whole put enough monkeys in a room for long enough time and they'll produce Shakespeare kind of idea. This thing could be stumbled upon, but I don't get that notion. There's a lot of things in here that are too perfectly designed to evoke that imagery, mixed with the name of the song. So, yeah, and that's just the thematics of the song. If we just look at some of the raw compositional ideas and musician ideas, I mean, there are a bunch of very talented people. I actually didn't get to listen to the drums that much. The imagery of the song and the guitar work was what I really focused on. Unfortunately, for a first time listen, that's just what my mind got drawn to. Um, so I would have to listen to it again to really give any thoughts about specifics about the drums. But being that I didn't really pick up on much, my first thought would be that they kind of stayed out of the way for the narrative of the story to kind of take hold, and the narrative was told by the guitars. Not to say that the drumming wasn't good, but sometimes the purpose of your instrument is to be a foundation for the rest of the music to be told. And that's not a bad thing. When you look at a symphony, nobody really gets onto the cellos or the tubas for not playing anything, attention drawing. But without them, the song would be made lesser. You need those parts that don't necessarily steal the spotlight, but shine the spotlight. The ones that are kind of there to provide the stage for your lead instruments to shine on. So I kind of feel like that's what the drums did here. I would have to go back for a second listen and really focus in on them for anything more nuanced than that. The guitars were just wild. Just solid musicianship all around. Fast playing, moving through some really interesting uh, chords, and just laying down this constant progression of quick notes. Like I said, some of it I heard was a little bit of sweeping. I'm fairly certain most of that, or at least of a vast majority of it, would be tapping. But it was very clean. It was all legato style. If there was any picking in there at all, it had to been the most gentle picking I've ever heard. And yeah, just like all around good song, good musicianship, good composition, and the fact that the narrative just hit me dead on. It's not like I even had to think about it. Within, the first 40% of the song, I knew the story that it was telling. I could see exactly what they wanted me to see, and it just matched up. So, yeah, excellent suggestion. And the fact that Chan is put in that same group as Plini in all the recommendations, I am so stoked to get around to Chan one of these days too. So, yeah, Plini. I mean, I don't know. I wish I had more than two thumbs because this song needs just. Oh, it's just so good. Yeah, for all the people recommending it, amazing. I have a bunch of other songs requested as well. But if you have more requests from them, other songs you want me to check out, let me know. And if you've never heard of them before, let me know what you guys thought. Just to me, it's just so good, and the core of the song just shone through. The core of the song shone through so perfectly. Everything they wanted to achieve, I feel like they did it with excellency. So, yeah, you let me know down in the comments what you thought about it. While you're down there, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell. If you'd like to influence the future of the channel, go ahead and subscribe to my Patreon, patreon.com/criticalreactions. If you're interested about any of my little side things, side thoughts, or musical things that I find that I don't think is necessarily good for a reaction video, but something I'd like to share with you guys. I put all that kind of stuff on Twitter as well, twitter.com/critreactions. If you'd like, you can follow me there. And this week seems to be going on track pretty well, so I'll be back tomorrow and with another instrumental reaction. And until then, y'all have a fantastic day and stay safe out there.